Everybody, this is my first video review, and this is Ghost Chase by Kai Haferkamp. This game is a hidden movement game, similar to Scotland Yard, except the differences are that this game is beautiful. As you can see, the board is very large, and every room has great little artwork in there. They're all numbered. That's for movement, and I'll explain what you can do on your turn. The game revolves around some ghost chasers and a ghost. At the beginning of the game, the ghost chasers will place themselves into any empty room that they like. They can place themselves in the same room if they want, but it's a good idea to spread yourself out. And then the ghost will place himself in any room that he likes. The ghost is named Max, and the ghost has chosen room 34. What will happen is that the ghost will take the room card out. He'll show it to everybody, and as you can see, the room card not only matches the artwork in the room, but it also has a tiny little map at the top which shows exactly where it is, which is really good for planning out your moves without pointing your eyes right at where you want to go. So this is the setup, and the ghost chasers are trying to capture Max. The Max character has now shown where he's going for the first move. After that, he turns his card face down, and he takes the whole deck of cards, which is 54 cards, in his hand, and he will choose any card out of these to move to his next spot. Now I say any card, but really there are some restrictions as to where Max can move. He can only move to any adjacent space. The ghost chasers can move in between rooms that have dashed lines. They cannot move between rooms with solid lines. They can only move in between these dashed lines. They can also choose not to move at all. But if they do move, they can only move to an adjacent room. So that would be considered a movement. And then the other players would move as well. And this just happens in a clockwise function. And you can see, again, the artwork so pretty. Just climbing up this little ladder, and you're up here. Now, if you next turn, you can go up the stairs, and go through there. Anyways, so I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because in the beginning of the move, Max will move. So Max, again, takes his hand of cards, he looks at them, and he decides, okay, I think I'm going to go into room 33, because that'll take me far away from everybody else. So Max takes the card, puts it face down on top of his first card, and then Max disappears. Max's movements are not shown on the board. Max's movements are just tracked using the cards. If the players wish, they can keep Max on the board, and they can move him around where they think he is going to kind of give them an idea as to what's going on. But Max does not reveal himself on the board. So Max makes his movement, all the ghost chasers move, and then once all the ghost chasers have made their move, they will choose one animal to remove from the board. Now, I haven't really shown you these animals yet. These animals are super cute, just like everything else in this game. See, there's some mice right here. There's a little hedgehog over there. Some cat, another cat, some bats, and owls. All these pretty little animals actually serve a purpose. They are round counters. Now, what that means is that after the ghost chasers move, they choose one type of animal to remove from the board, one token of one type of animal. So let's just say the ghost chasers decide to remove the cats. So the ghost chasers will take the cat, take one cat off the board. It actually goes into a frame, which I didn't realize I was supposed to keep. I wound up throwing them away. I thought it was just excess punch board, but normally when you get the game, all the animals come in a frame, and you're supposed to put the animals back into the frame. Once the frame has been filled up, then you know that all the cats have been taken. And then that signals the end of the round. For the interruptions, I keep getting phone calls. Anyways, like I was saying, the cat will get removed from the board. And once the cat gets removed from the board, that is one turn. Then the ghost will then make another move, and the ghost decides to move to number 30, which is right there. So the ghost is moving over here, which is kind of scary because number 12, or the red ghost chaser, is right there. But Max isn't sweating it. So anyways, Max has made his move. Ghost chasers all make their move. Let's just say he can't actually move through there, so he'll go here. And I'll go there, and I'll go there, and he'll go here. And then we remove another cat from the board. And here's another cat, and the cat goes over here. And there are, I believe, I thought there were 4 cats, but yeah, there's the 4th one. Anyways, so we make another move. Max decides he's going to go to number 11, turns his card down. 11 is right here, which is very scary because this guy is right over there. But Max doesn't care. He's fearless. Ghost chasers decide to go over here, and then over here, and over here, and over here. Now, if this red ghost chaser would have moved into 11, and Max and the ghost chaser are in the same room together, well, then the ghost chasers win. Anytime they're in the same room as Max, that's it. It's game over. Max reveals himself, shows where he moved, and then that's game. You can play where whoever caught Max can be the ghost for the next game, and then you just set up and do it all over again. But like I said, let's just pretend that this ghost chaser moved over there. So, Max is in 11. Everybody's moved. We take one more cat off the board, set it over there, and we do one more movement. Max is going to go to number 28, which is nowhere. Let's say Max is just going to go to number 10. And the ghost chasers are moving here, and that's a little spot right there, so she'll move over here, and over there, and they'll move over, kind of in a corner there, so I guess they'll move down here, yeah. Okay, now we remove the last cat off the board, and since that is all the cats, it is now the end of a round. What happens is at the end of a round, Max will reveal himself in whatever location that he is in. And then he will also turn over all of the cards that he has played. So he can show everybody, and this is supposed to be a 10. Anyway, so he can show everybody where he has been. So the players can take note of it, okay, 34, 33, 30, 11. All right. That's important because Max can only travel into a room once. And every room on the board is represented by one card in this deck. So the players can know, he right here can know, well, I'm in 34, he's never going to be in 34 again. He traveled in this direction. Okay, so he knows that he's not going to be in any of these areas. So maybe they'll want to start to converge on him, and get closer and closer to kind of trap him. That is the basic rules of the game. After Max has revealed himself, he removes himself again from the board. Max again makes a move before everybody else does. And let's see if I can find a card that is okay. There's number 9. Okay, so Max chooses the number 9, puts it face down again, and then everybody else is moving. That's it. I'm sorry, after that round, since we already pulled all the cats off, everybody can choose a different animal to start pulling off the board to signal the end of the round. The reason that these animals are important is that they all have different numbers on the board. For instance, the cats have 4. The hedgehogs here have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can kind of, if you think that you want Max to show up quicker, you pull off animals that have a smaller amount on the board. If you are sort of not really sure of things, you pull off a larger amount maybe. Maybe you go for hedgehogs first to kind of get a feel of where Max is going, or you want to flush him out, see all the cards that he's playing and where he could be going. There are a few special movements that can happen in the game. I'm going to go over them now. The first is a rest card. Now, normally, Max has to move every turn in the game, but there are 2 of these rest cards. If Max decides to play a rest card, he just puts it face down, just like any other card. It's got the same color back as everything, and the players don't know if Max has moved or not. I mean, they're always going to assume he's moving, so they're going to do things that might assume that he's moving. Now again, Max has 2 of these. Max can play both of these back to back, and the players would have no idea until the end of the round, when Max would reveal all his cards and show what he's played. The other another special card from Max is called the cheating card. Max will announce, "I'm cheating," and play this card along with any other card that he has played previously. So Max says, "I'm cheating," takes both of these cards, he lays them down in his pile, and Max can use it to move to any previous room that he had been before. Other special things that Max can do is Max can use the secret passageway. In room number 1, if Max is in room number 1, he can travel through the secret passageway, boom, and pop out in room number 54. That's a neat way to travel all the way across the room. When people think that he might be over here, he can just pop out over there. Max can use that, obviously, only as many times as he can travel into those rooms. There's another special card that the game recommends you don't use in your first game, and that is the chimney card, which is this card right here. Now, this one is a special card that needs to be played, and it allows Max to travel from room 42 through this smoke plume down into room 53. That's another special card that Max has. Finally, Max has a locked door that he can play. And the rooms that he can lock are listed on here, 12, 17, 24, etc. And on the board, you can see the doors that he can lock kind of have this red border around them. There's another one right over here. And you can see you can't lock that, can't lock that, can't lock that, and can lock that. So Max can play that card, lock the room, and then that means that the players cannot travel through that dashed line. To counter this, the Ghost Chasers do have a trap. What happens with this is that this card is given to one Ghost Chaser in particular. That Ghost Chaser keeps that card with them along with this trap card. The Ghost Chaser will place the trap card in any room they like, any room that they're in, I'm sorry, and then travels along. Now, what happens is that if Max is ever in the room with the trap gets discarded, Max reveals himself and has to stay there for one full turn. Then Max can remove himself and go on. So obviously the trap is visible, it's out on the table, but sometimes there's not really much that Max can do, so Max has to pass through the trap. So that's a neat little function that the Ghost Chasers have. Other than that, that's pretty much the game. The game, like I said, is over whenever the Ghost Chasers catch Max, and if all of the animals have been removed from the board, and different animals do get used depending on how many players the game has. So don't think that all of these animals need to be removed from the board in order for the game to be over. But in a 3-player game, I think you only use, let's see. Yeah, let's see right here. 4 chasers means that you use 4 randomly chosen animal figures. 3 chasers use all 5 animal frames. 2 chasers use 2 randomly chosen. You can read that from there. So, anyways, that's Ghost Chase. I think it's a lot of fun. It's really pretty, and I just enjoy it a lot more than I do Scotland Yard. The ability for the players to choose when the ghost will reveal themselves is really neat. And I think it's a good game. Go Chase.